Welcome back to H.O. Powertrain.
Those of y'all that watched the short, y'all see that we installed this. Some sort of how I did it, but more or less of just getting it done. Everybody got their own ideas of how to do their things and everything and so forth and so on. And that was my way of putting this in. So what happens, this bridge rests on this part here and is glued in. Just regular white glue, that's all. I was having an issue of it wanting to flex here. So I eliminated that with a steel piece of flat bar all the way through.
Yep, there it is. Steel piece all the way through. It's about a 1-inch piece, and it allows this bridge to stay rigid. Okay. Glued at both ends and super glued in the middle of the bridge to the flat bar, so we shouldn't have any problems.
Today we have to glue the two rails I'm gonna put in here. I'm gonna glue them in. But first we have to paint them, and then when I get done with that, we're going to be working on the radius on the larger portion of the layout, the 22-inch radius. So let's get to work on some of this stuff. So it'd be very hard to paint this into the bridge. So what we're going to do is paint beforehand and go glue it in. Okay, now that we got our track done, the tops are clean, the sides are done, camo paint there. Now it's just set it in. So remember, full strength and putting it thick is the right thing to do, because there's any gap under it, it allows it to lock it in like that. It'll work its way down. Okay, you can see that spacing. All right, letting that dry. I'm gonna do this one later on. Again, no need to rush. Now let's go work on the radius over here. Okay, we're moving out to the 22-inch radius I put in. I gotta come over here and add a lip to hold this track up. This is a preset radius, which I love doing, and I consider highly a beginner to do also, because you do not have to mess with no scribbling of lines, trying to follow a line or whatnot. 22-inch radius, set it in, you're done. Here, I'm going to put a piece of flex track here coming into here. And the reason why I pushed it the way I did further is because of space constraints. If I come out further here, that means that this is going to be way out here. And we're going to find ourselves having difficulty reaching over to do work. So keeping it such as this allows me to sweep it tighter, closer in. So let's get started on that. So we don't need much here, and I don't want much here because I still have to come around and still reach over. So we're only going to put enough what we need, which is 1x4. So come here, and we're going to taper just like we need it. Pretty much cutting an angle here and an angle here. Stick it here, we absolutely have no way to fasten it against this space here. So the only way we can do that is with this. It's sort of making an L and just a little ledge. That's all we need to fasten some screws into here. Alright, I probably should be using wood glue at this stage, but this is what we got and it'll work, okay? Jig board I cut with 2 holes in it. Screwing it down. That was a lot of work just to keep this flush. Do not let your platforms dictate your track plan. If you have to add to make it where it works, that's most important. Do not just think that, oh, because the table is a certain way and what you think it should be. No, adding wings just as I did while allowing yourself still to get around and move is most important. That's where end scale comes into play. You have more and a less area. HO, it needs big radiuses, so that's what we have to accommodate here. Kind of got that sweep here. Should work. Well, I feel like leaving one off in this corner, just leaving this one and these two. Wrong, because it's going to want to kind of shift. You got to put the sweep. She's ready for a 22-inch radius. So keep in mind, again, you can see why I kept it so tight in to where I can work around. I can catch this bitch like this, like this, like this, and like this. So, thank y'all for watching. I hope this helped. I gotta get back to tweaking this radius and off camera, trying to get things done, trying to focus. Again, thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.